Hi students, today the topic is how to set your headings, paragraphs and horizontal rows. This is the important tag at the top of your HTML document. Basically we are learning HTML5. Therefore we use this tag at the top of the document for the HTML5. It is the latest version of HTML which we are doing. In the next lectures we must use DOCTYPE HTML because of the latest version of HTML. Now let's start our lecture. First we define the headings. Now HTML headings, there are 6 headings of different sizes. H1 is the most important heading. It is a big heading, and H6 defines the least important heading. It is a small in size. For example, we do this as this is the proper way: H1 / H1, starting with H1 and closing with /H1. This is the heading, heading, heading 1, heading number 1. Okay, now we save it again. We save at the desktop. This is lecture number 3. This is lecture number 3 and the name is headings .html. .html is the extension of this document, of this HTML document. We save it at the desktop. Click on the save button. Now we see the result. Double click on it. Now we see the result. Today the top heading number 1. This is the heading number 1. The result of this line. The result of this line is the heading number 1. The second line is the topic. Today the topic is how to set your headings, paragraph and horizontal row. The basic our main heading is this. Control C. Again we write it as again paste and again paste. This is the heading number 2. This is heading number 3, and we change the again we change it as 2, 3, and we write it as here heading number 2. This is the heading number 3. Now we see the result of this document. File, save, again save, and here we press the button, refresh button. Okay, this is the heading number 1. This is the heading number 2, heading number 3, heading number 1, heading number 2, and heading number 3. Now there are total 6 headings. Control C. We click here. Control V. 4, 5, and this is 6. This is 6, and we write it here. We write it as heading number 4. This is 6. We write it as also here. Closing tag is also set. We set the closing tag. This is 6. There are 6 headings. There are 6 headings of different sizes. File, save, and we press the F5 key. Now heading number 1, heading 2, heading number 3, heading 4, heading 5, and this is the heading number 6, which is very small. it is the defines the least important heading. H6 defines the least important heading. Now we see in the browser. And this is there are 6 headings in the HTML document, and the result as shown in browser. Now the next topic is paragraph. We write it as paragraph P, and this is closing tag /P. /P is the paragraph. Now we write it here, paragraph. This is a paragraph. We save it and refresh it in the browser, and this is the paragraph as shown in the browser. Now look at this. Browser automatically adds some white space before and after the heading. Now we see this is the white space, this is white space, this is white space, and you are seeing this. Now we discuss about the paragraph. The tag is this is paragraph /P. Tag is starting and /P is the ending tag. Note, browser automatically adds some white space or margin before and after the paragraph. Now we apply these conditions and see the output of this coding. Now this is the paragraph. We write it as here. Now again we write another paragraph. We write it as Control C, and we press Control V, and we take another paragraph from here, heading long paragraph. We put it here, Control C, Control V, and okay, this is a paragraph. We write it as here. This is a paragraph P, starting with P and ending with /P, This is a paragraph. Now save this and observe in the browser. Press the refresh button. We see that this is a paragraph, and there is a small space. Here, and this is a small space before and after this paragraph. We add again Control C, Control V, and again Control V. This is a big size of the paragraph. This is the big paragraph. Save it and observe in the browser. We press the refresh button. This is a paragraph. Okay, before this is the first paragraph, and after this paragraph and before the second paragraph, we observe that the white space, and after the paragraph we observe that the white space. This is the basic structure of the paragraph. Now we apply another topic. Now the next topic is horizontal rule. We use horizontal rules. The HR tag defines a thematic break in the HTML page. Here HR is the element to use the separate content in an HTML pages. To separate content, it is used to separate content of the, and now we write it as here. This is the paragraph, this is the heading HR. HR is the horizontal row. We save it. You see the location of this HR after the headings. We use this HR. Now save it, and in the browser we observe that refresh button. This is the horizontal rule. To separate the content to separate the content. HR elements used to separate content in the HTML pages. We use another paragraph, Control C. We use another horizontal row at the end of this paragraph, Control V. HR, this is HR is the horizontal row. We save it and refresh in the browser. This is the separate portion. This is the, now you are seeing this is the separate content. Therefore, this is the basic lecture. Now we apply another and extra working. Now we add H1. H1 is the heading number 1 slash H1. Heading 1. This is heading 1. We write it as here, and we apply a paragraph P and slash P. We write it, Control C. We put it here. This is the situation where we want to put the paragraph. Control V. This is the paragraph, and we write it as, and HR is the line. HR is the horizontal row. Now we apply the situation you are seeing. Now this is the this is the main. Again, this is the setting of the paragraph headings and paragraph and horizontal row. First we define the heading, next is the paragraph ending with slash P and horizontal row. Now we observe the output of this. This is the heading and this is the paragraph, and after the paragraph a horizontal row is applied. Now we again Control C, and again we Control V, and this is the heading number 2. This is the heading number 2, and paragraph is the another paragraph. This is another paragraph. Okay, now we apply. This is, for example, this is another paragraph. Heading number 2, computer tutor. Computer tutor. Computer tutor. This is the computer tutor, another paragraph. Now we observe the result of this highlighted portion in the browser. When we refresh document, we must save the document. After this we refresh it. When we refresh it, the computer tutor, now you are seeing this is the paragraph and horizontal row. This is the last horizontal row. Now we apply another paragraph, Control C, and we write it as here, Control V. This is the third level of heading. We define the H3, and this is mathematics tutor, and this is the paragraph. Again we write it as here. This is the paragraph, Control C, we write it as here, Control V. Big paragraph ending with the slash P. HR is again applied on this, and this is the, now we observe the highlighted portion of this portion in the browser. Now we observe the output of this highlighted portion in the browser. We must save the document after any change. Now we apply F5, refresh. This is the mathematics. This is the heading number 1, this is a big heading, this is the heading number 2, this is the small heading, and this is the heading number 3 is another small heading. Now we apply this, we get the result of these paragraphs. It is a very important lecture in which we define the headings, paragraphs and horizontal rule. Okay, thank you very much.